Guys, it's Anne Crafty Kimchi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with a quick how I made these handmade labels. I showed a picture on my Instagram and I was really kind of blown away by the response because the picture was so terrible. I just took it because I was so proud of myself, and I promised I would do a quick tutorial on how I put these together. I am sharing my screen on my computer, and we're going to need the following items to make this happen. You're going to need access to some form of digital collections. I'm using several Maggie Holmes collections. You'll need access to an electronic cutting machine, either a Silhouette or a Cricut machine, and I will be showing this tutorial on my Cricut. And you'll need a good printer and sticker paper. So I'll leave the one that I used on Amazon down below, and let's get started on this tutorial. So I have the 3 labels that I did show on my Instagram, and let's put them together. Not going to be exact, but I have already taken the liberty of uploading some of these images already for the sake of the video and to keep them short, but I wanted to do one just to kind of go through the motions with you. And we're going to go to the upload function and go to upload image, and I am going to drag and drop the image. Now you want to select complex because I love all the details. If you go into like moderately complex, it starts to lose some of the details. So this is going to be a print on a label, so it's fine. I want all of the pretties on it. I'm going to press apply and continue. I'm just going to make the screen a little bit bigger so you can see it better, and print and cut, and then upload. So we're going to go and select the images and add them to our canvas. And they are going to come in quite large, which is fine because we're going to resize everything to make them nice and little itty bitty. And what I love about this is that you can make them for your pen pals. And I just think that people kind of get, I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out as well. I was just kind of overwhelmed by it. So I selected these 3 labels. Again, I'm not going to leave names of these because I'm not sure what collections you have. I don't suggest you go buy a new collection. Just use the ones that you've already have in your stash. And we're just going to kind of customize it from here. It's going to be all the similar concept. And I'm going to start off with the green one just because it's the most plainest and it has less decorations. I'm going to take this gorgeous flower here, and then I'm just going to shrink it down, and I am going to bring to front. So when I layer this on top of the label, it will kind of just stay on top. I'm going to just turn this a little bit because I kind of want it on the side, and then we are going to drag this over here. I'm just going to make this flower smaller because it's quite large and taking over my space. So we are here, and you could see the flower. I'm just going to move this over a little bit, and excuse me for that. Okay, I'm just going to make this image a little bit smaller because I don't want it to be hogging up too much of the space, and I do want this to kind of fit into the nook. So I'm just going to turn this a little bit and push this out, and I like the placement of that. Now here we're going to add the text with our little text box here. I like the let's see, okay, let's just see which, here we go, Anil Extra Bold. I like this font. I like the more bolder fonts because when you flatten it and print it, it doesn't show as much. I think the little dainty fonts don't really come out as well as I liked. So I'm going to go with this one. And I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to do it in all caps. Made with love by. And then we're going to size this down significantly. Size this down to make this fit, and that looks fine. And then we are gonna go back to do my name. And I chose a more scriptier font only because I kind of like it. So I think it makes it look fancy. And I'm going to go with analog script. This is the one that I chose. And in here, I'm just gonna put crafty kimchi. That is not how you spell it. And we are gonna size this down once again. So I'm just gonna add that right in here. And I just like to look at it to see if it's nice and centered. And I actually really like how this is coming out. So basically what I'm gonna do here is flatten this label. And oh wait, before I do that, I'm just gonna make a copy of this because I will be using the same font on all of the labels. So that's my little tip. You can just copy it and then just paste it. So I'm going to take that and then just flatten it. And I am going to resize this to about that much. I think that'll be good. You want to keep this under an inch tall. So even a little bit better if it's smaller. I want to do a little bit smaller label. So I'm going to get it about 2 inches in width and then about a ½ inch in height. And then we're just going to leave that here, and then I'm going to work on the next one. So this Happy Day one is a really cute label because I love the vintage look on this. And I was really pleasantly surprised at how easy it was. So I'm just gonna add the sentiment or basically my name, and I'm just gonna copy and paste this thing again so it's nice and easy. I can just copy it on the other one. So this one I'm gonna leave on top. I love that, made with love, and then kind of just the happy day on the bottom. And then this is pretty much done. This one is a great one. It's already kind of decorated for you. And again, I love the vintage florals on this, so I am going to leave this as is, and I am going to flatten it and then just resize this to be a little bit itty bitty. And yeah, that's about right. I'm going to keep that as is. About less than make this a little bit bigger. I like to be about 2 inches in width, so it has enough depth to it. So that's fine. I think that's about the same size. Oh, it's a little bit smaller. I'll make it a little smaller. And then we have this one here. Again, it's a little pre-decorated. So I'm going to take this butterfly. I didn't make a butterfly one, and I kind of want to do a butterfly. So I'm going to bring this to the front and then add this here. Maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. And then, do I add a floral element? Maybe. So I'm going to bring this to the front again. And then drag this over. I'm just going to make the flower a little bit smaller because I don't want it to be taking up too much room. If it's a little too much, you can always take this away, but I'm okay with a little too much. So here we have the crafty kimchi. I'm just gonna have to shrink this down a little bit because there's a lot going on. And that looks fine. And then made with love, I'm gonna drag this over and again, shrink this down. Okay, and I think this flower just has to kind of scooch in a little bit. This butterfly maybe a little bit too. And then I'm just going to bring this in just slightly. Okay, and I think that looks fine, you guys. So I'm going to go and flatten this as well. and then resize this down to about that much. Okay, and since this flower I didn't use it, I'm just going to remove it, and I am going to now print out my labels. So I'm going to hide the ones that I've already kind of done before, get rid of these, and then I'm just going to walk you through the printing. So we have all of the 3 labels that we've completed. I'm going to write make it. And in here, this is kind of how you don't have to figure out how to fit this. I just put, let's say, 40 and press apply, and then kind of figure out how it looks on the sheet to kind of figure out how many pages I'll need for each design. Sorry, this is taking a little bit longer. My computer has to do its thing. So you get about 6 rows on that one, and then you get this one. So I'm just gonna add 2 more and see kind of how that looks. Computer is working overtime. So, yep, I like how that looks. I'm gonna go to page 3. Okay. And there's only, I think, 3 labels on page 4, which I will not be printing because I just want to keep them on the full pages. And I'm going to print these and then come back to show you, I guess, just the cutting part of the stickers. Be right back. After you've printed your sheet, you're going to want to select this option here. If you type in washi, it'll come up, and I like this function, this setting right here. Basically what this will do is cut out the label and not punch it all the way through, so you're not picking out individual labels from your cutting mat. Okay, you guys, so I've printed and cut all of my labels, and I just wanted to show you how they came out. This is how they printed and cut, and they came out beautifully. Again, the colors might be a little bit different from on the screen, but I honestly think they are absolutely darling. And like I said on the function, using the washi function on the cutting settings will prevent the labels being punched out, and you don't want to be scraping these. I made that mistake my first time around. You don't want to, you just want to keep them on the full sheet, and then you can just kind of use it as a sticker sheet and just peel and go. So that is my quick tutorial on how to make your own handmade labels using your Cricut. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.